Welcome back, children. This is our 9th video for chapter 2, periodic classification of elements, and we are discussing the periodic trends or periodic properties. And today we are discussing the second periodic property. After discussing valency in the previous video, we're talking about the atomic size. So let us understand what is the atomic size. Atomic size is the size of the atom. Okay, when you say the size of the atom, it means the radius of an atom. What does radius of an atom mean? It's the distance from the nucleus till the outermost shell. Okay, so let us understand what is happening about the atomic size from top to bottom, that is in a group, okay, and from left to right, that is across a period. Now from top to bottom, what do you notice? Is the atomic size increasing? Here there is one shell, then it becomes 2 shells, then it becomes 3 shells, then it becomes 4 shells, then it becomes 5 shells. So is the radius increasing, atomic radius? Yes, you are right. Okay, that means the atomic size increases from top to bottom in a group. What about in a period then? Is the size increasing? No, right? You are feeling it's no. Let us see whether you're right or wrong. Because what is your justification? Yes, the number of shell is the same. So the size also should be the same. Right? But is that right? No. Why? Now look at the elements properly. Here there is 1 electron. Here there are 2 valence electrons. There are 3 valence electrons, 4 valence electrons, 5 valence electrons. Okay, now what is happening? The more the number of valence electrons, the more will be the pull towards the nucleus. Okay, and as there are more and more electrons added in the same shell, the size will become smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Though the number of shell remains the same, this could be a give reason also. Why does the atomic size reduces as you go from left to right in a period, though the number of shells remain the same? The reason is because more and more electrons keep on adding into the same shell, and these electrons are pulled more tightly towards the nucleus, thus reducing its size. For example, if you have a rubber band, okay, rubber band, and you try to put a pin and you pull the rubber band, you keep one pin here. Okay, now the size will seem to be the same, but if the number of if that rubber band becomes tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, or smaller and smaller, it will keep on pulling. Okay, though the distance was the same between the nucleus and the outermost shell, but if the rubber band becomes smaller and smaller, it will keep on becoming tighter and tighter and pulling the outermost shell more towards itself. So it's like an electrostatic force which is pulling the electrons towards itself. Okay, so from top to bottom, keep in mind, in a group, atomic size increases. Why? Because more number of shells keep on adding. While from left to right, okay, in a row, atomic size decreases. Give reason why? Though the number of shells remain the same. This is because the number of electrons, more and more electrons are added in the same shell. So they are pulled towards the positively charged nucleus, thus decreasing the size of the atom. Okay, now we come to the next periodic trend, the third periodic trend, that is metallic and non-metallic characters. Now what do you notice from left to right? Here you find these are elements which donate electron easily. These are the elements which accept electron easily. Right? That means these are metallic. So from left to right, the metallic character keeps on decreasing. Right? Because these are most metals, and here the metallic character is decreasing as they become more and more electron gainers as you go to the right. What happens from top to bottom? Now look at the number of shells. Okay, as the number of shells keeps on, I didn't draw a diagram for that. Okay, from top to bottom, what happens to the metallic character? Is it increasing or decreasing? From left to right, it was decreasing. Now from top to bottom, does it increase or decrease? I will say it increases. Why? Because if you look at hydrogen, it has got one shell. Lithium and beryllium, they've got two shells. Sodium and magnesium has got three shells. Potassium has got four shells. Now, the further the electrons, the valence electron, the further the valence electron, the easier to donate. Okay, and easier to donate means more metallic character. So it's very difficult to remove one electron, but it's much more easier to remove from the first shell, because hydrogen 1, lithium has got 1 and that is 2 and 1, 2 shells, right? So from second shell it's okay to remove. Third shell it becomes a little more easier to remove electron. Fourth shell, because there is hardly any affinity now between the nucleus. As you go further and further, the affinity towards that electron also keeps on decreasing. Okay, and therefore the number of it's easier now to donate electron. Therefore, from top to bottom, the metallic character keeps on increasing. Okay, so remember now, metals, they are all placed to the left of the periodic table. Non-metals are placed to the right of the periodic table. Metals donate 1, 2 or 3 electrons. Non-metals accept 1, 2 or 3 electrons. Metals form positive ions or cations, and non-metals form negative ions or anions. Metals are electropositive. When you donate electron, you have a tendency to become positive. Okay, that is, they have a tendency to lose electrons or to donate electron, thus forming positively charged cations. On the other hand, non-metals have a tendency to accept electrons, so they are more electronegative elements. Okay, now think what will be the trend of electropositivity in a group now. So this is your homework. You need to tell me or understand, okay, what is the trend for electropositivity? Does it increase or decrease across the group, okay, and across a period? We will discuss that in the next video. Till then, take care, keep studying. Bye-bye.